the keys are to the glory days at the stick. From who's got it better than us to brick by brick. It's always the 49ers way, from off-season to game day. Yeah, we talk back. It's the 49ers Cutback.
It's 49ers Cutback Podcast time. Welcome to the show. Today I'm going to talk about a linebacker who's coming. That's right, Oren Burks is coming for that starting job. In fact, I already think they got him slotted in. I think Oren Burks is going to be the starting Sam Backer for the San Francisco 49ers in 2023. Yeah, the 49ers drafted some guys. They have some holdovers like Demetrius Flannigan-Fowles. They've got Curtis Robinson. Pretty good group of linebackers there in San Francisco. Of course, the two best, Trey Greenlaw, Fred Warner, are absolutely spectacular. And filling that role left by Azeez Al-Shaair has been a topic of conversation for most during the offseason, with most people kind of just omitting Oren Burks in the conversation. Now, I've heard some mention Oren Burks is probably going to start, and I'm definitely in that category. I believe it. I think Oren Burks is a very solid talent, mostly known for his special teams around the league, which he's spectacular at. But that was same thing that was said about Azeez Al-Shaair before he jumped into the starting lineup. All you need is opportunity. And I felt like Oren Burks, when given opportunity in 2022, did a pretty good job of showcasing his talents and skills. As he was learning the 49ers system, he was definitely having a little bit of hiccups in training camp. Maybe missing a guy in coverage, or wasn't able to go downhill like he should, didn't stay back for the cutback lane in some opportunities, wasn't moving in unison with Fred Warner and Trey Greenlaw in three linebacker sets, or in some cases with Azeez Al-Shaair and Demetrius Flannigan-Fowles when they were a unit together. But as the season progressed and you got to see film on Oren Burks when he got opportunities to play because of injuries to Trey Greenlaw or Azeez Al-Shaair, what you saw was a linebacker that was developing in his techniques and skills that were going to make him a very, very formidable force in 2023. Coach Hollins has done a very good job of developing linebackers in the past. And now you're talking about another very talented linebacker in Oren Burks. I think sometimes it's kind of sneaky how good he actually is as far as, technique, but also as far as athletic ability. Most kind of, look at D winners like, man, he runs a 4.49. He's spectacular. Or, oh, look at Jalen Graham. He's got the size. He's over 6'3". He's over 230 pounds. He reminds us of Fred Warner. And all those things are true. Well, let's not forget who Oren Burks is. He came out of Vanderbilt. He ran a 4.59, so he's not slow. He's faster than Jalen Graham. He's got a lot of speed. He's faster than Fred Warner. He jumped at almost a 40-inch vertical leap at 39.5. His three-cone was 6.82. He had 18 reps on the bench press, and this is all in 2018 when he was drafted. The Green Bay Packers thought he was a tremendous talent. They traded a 4th and 5th round pick to jump up into the 3rd round and take him with the 88th overall selection. Oren Burks has shown me so much in the 1 year that he was out there with the 49ers. Yes, the special teams is there. He's definitely one of the best in coverage. He's really good at kick and punt coverage, and that's something the 49ers could miss if he's playing Sam Backer. But with a Sam Backer expected to play about 25 to 30% of the snaps, you got to believe that he's going to be able to still contribute on special teams as well. Of course, he's going to have some competition to play Sam Backer, but just from what I've seen on film of him in coverage, his natural instincts, his footwork, the way he was going forward, the way you started seeing tackles for loss during his season for the 49ers are very important. Number one, this is the 2022 was the most tackles Oren Burks had ever had in a season. That is definitely really huge. He also had a tackle for loss, which he'd only done in a couple other seasons, and he had one quarterback hit, which means he came on a blitz. The San Francisco 49ers got them a moldable clay. Being drafted in 2018 means you still got a pretty young player in Oren Burks. Yes, he's been in the league for 5 years now, and you have a good idea of what his skill set is. But his skill set works very nice with the 49ers linebacker tandem. He's another big linebacker who can run, who can use his length to be able to disengage from offensive players and make tackles. Shedding blocks is huge for linebackers. When you're 6'3" and over 230 pounds, you have the opportunity to do so. But when you watch Burks in coverage, he's not completely lost. He understands about his drops, and he knows and has a good feel for his zone coverage. So to me, Oren Burks is a nice person for the 49ers to have on their roster. He's also a nice person to start at Sam Backer. The wealth of experience that he's going to have in his first year as a legit starter, game in and game out, is going to progress. But he's also a guy in a contract year. He's looking to make money on the open market, looking to prove that he's a legit 3-down linebacker in this league. And if he can prove it, he can do what Azeez Al-Shire did, his predecessor, and go out there and get a pretty good amount of money on the open market. That's what he wants to do. But he also wants to help this team win. And the fact that when you watched him play with Greenlaw and Warner, you started seeing a guy that could move the way they move. They all move together in one accord. The understanding of the defense, the feel, listening to what was going on, and then making the appropriate moves. But I liked his footwork. He had a really good read step. He would get downhill. He would not sit around. It didn't take him a long time to read. One thing they tell linebackers a lot is trust your instincts and read on the fly. You have to be able to move while you're reading. You can't sit in place. You sit in place, you're going to get taken advantage of. I thought Oren Burks did a good job of this. It was something I saw from him in year 1 in the 49ers system that I didn't see in even year 3 for Demetrius Flanagan-Fowles. He's just jumped over Flanagan-Fowles as far as a veteran linebacker on this team. His technique is there. His skill set is there. His athletic ability is there. The way he reads is good. And the way he can close on running backs is fantastic. Part of what you have to do as a linebacker is you have to have the vision to look through the offensive line. But there's lots of keys that you read along the way. How offensive linemen pull, how they get out of their stances, how a quarterback's shoulders either pop up or stay down, depending on if it's a pass or a run, give you an idea of where you're supposed to be. From the film that I watched, Oren Burks did a pretty good job of reading those things. Was there times that he didn't do it to the level of the 2 linebackers with him? Yes. Was there things he still needed to work on? Yeah. He could still shed and disengage blocks a little bit better. There are times he hesitates, gets caught, and once those big hosses get their hands on you, you're done. You have to be able to take on half a man of an offensive lineman. You also can't jump too far inside and allow them to hook you on occasion. There are times you're expected to be an outside contain for this 49ers defense if there are certain stunts and things going on. But I think Burks is also going to provide a blitzing ability. Using that speed and size combo, he's going to be able to come off the edge and make plays when it's tasked to do so. I like the versatility of him being the Sam Backer. I also like his ability in case something, heaven forbid, happens to Dre Greenlaw. You slide him right into the will linebacker spot, and he can probably play it at a higher level than the other guys. It's inevitable that these young cats are going to catch him. Marcelino McCrary-Ball's a nice guy that the 49ers signed last year as an undrafted free agent. He's got speed, he's got swag, and he hits hard. And you just see he's got those instincts. He's oozing technique and oozing skill. But he might be a year away from getting into the starting lineup. Same with the 49ers getting Jalen Graham and D. Winters. Both those guys are going to see time at some point. They're too good. But this isn't that time. Can they come in and compete with Oren Burks? I think they can try. But I think Oren Burks is going to be a step ahead. He's a young guy who's still got all the ability in the world. Great technique, good instincts. I think Oren Burks is the guy for the 49ers in 2023. But what can we expect from those other linebackers? I think we can expect a fun competition. But what is a Sam Backer mostly needed for? Sam Backer is mostly in there to stop the run. He comes off the field in sub packages. So when a nickel or a dime situation, he's off the field, which means Oren Burks doesn't have to be great in pass coverage. He just has to be good. Make sure you pick up that tight end and redirect him. Make sure you're over there on that screen pass to the running back. Make sure you shadow that running back out in the flat. Make sure you sit in your zone and squeeze things down when you have the opportunity. Those are things he can do. You throw in the fact he's 6'3" with that body and he's got some length and he can make some plays on the football. I think Oren Burks is going to surprise some people this year, and I'm excited about that. I think he's a good player that's going to elevate his game. Coach Holland's a guarantee he's going to coach him up, but I think Oren Burks has the ability. He just needed the opportunity, and now he's going to get it with Azeez going out. I think this was always the 49ers' plan. Bring Oren Burks in, a guy that DeMeco Ryan said he liked his technique and skill at playing linebacker. It was a bonus that he was a really good special teams player. Now they take him, develop him, see that those third-round skills and what they could be on the field for the 49ers. Now you get a guy that's very capable. He's Alshire's gone, and it's his turn. Could maybe they potentially bring back Oren Burks next year? It's possible. But it seems the 49ers already have the next set of linebackers in waiting. Marcelino McCurry-Ball, he's got Mike linebacker abilities. D. Winters at will. Jalen Graham at Sam. All those guys could be a possible replacement for Oren Burks next year in 2024. But in 2023, they're all going to be learning behind one of the best linebacker cores in the entire league. And I think right now, Oren Burks is an afterthought. But I think after this season, people are going to be thinking about Oren Burks being one of the better linebackers, Sam linebackers in the league. I think that's how good he could be. I love his instincts. I trust him. And I'm a big fan of what he's capable of in this league and for the 49ers defense. I think he's got to step up. The 49ers definitely need him to step up. And if he does, one more notch in the defense just being absolutely spectacular, maybe even improving on what they did in 2022. So thank you so much for watching the video. Like and subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it. On the push for 4K. Let me know what you think about Oren Burks. And I know this is a hot button topic, so let me know. You disagree with me. It's not going to be Oren Burks. You think it's going to be Jalen Graham or Marcelino McCurry-Ball or D. Winters, or maybe you even think it's going to be Demetrius Flanagan-Fowles. I'm curious what everyone's thinking on this. I think it's a fun conversation, and it's all going to play out in front of our eyes during training camp and preseason. And we'll see who gets there in week one as the starting Sam backer for the San Francisco 49ers. I think it's a lot of fun, and I love the fact that the 49ers are going to have a couple of position battles that are going to be very important to the success of this 49ers defense in 2023. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys all on the next one, but until then, stay safe and remember the right way is always the 49ers way.